This looks crazy. I got scared for a second. I thought it was broken. I was about to be in trouble. My hair's gotten so much longer. Come through. If it ain't you, will, I don't want it. If it ain't you, will. If it ain't you, will. If it ain't you, will, I don't want it. No. It makes sense of what I've been through. I know your promises always come through. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, we're going to be seeing if I messed up my super healthy, long, waist length natural hair. So your girl decided to do an experiment. Y'all know I love science. I have a degree in science. All of my products are formulated based in science. So I decided to do an experiment to see how long lasting my hair care line is for type 4 hair. So I have not washed my hair in almost 9 weeks. So today we're going to do a wash day vlog style to kind of see what the results of that experiment are. If you want to see whether my hair is better off or worse off after 9 weeks, make sure to keep watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button and put your notifications on so you don't miss any uploads. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for daily content. Of course, check out my hair care line she's made if you're interested in getting some products to help promote growth. All right, guys, let's get into it. Okay, so you guys know I stand by my products 10 toes down. We launched our full line back in April, and ever since then, we've had such positive response from our audience, from our community about just how well the products work for type 4 hair. So based off that, I wanted to do an experiment to see basically how far we could push it. Let's talk about what I did for the experiment. So to set up this experiment, I decided to prep my hair and then go get a protective style and wear it for 8 to 9 weeks and see how, number one, the hydration level of my hair held up, and number two, how my scalp health held up. So I could really see the true effect of my products. I decided to do some miracle knots. I did not do these myself. I went and got them. And I decided, you know what, since my birthday is on July 15th, I'm just gonna wear the style through my birthday and then take it out. So today is the 18th, which means it's time for these to go. And by the way, for my birthday, I did get my nose pierced. Love that for me. And if you wanna see my birthday pics, which are really cute, go check out my Instagram. Before I got this hairstyle, I did my typical braid prep routine, which I show you guys all the time. I will link a video up here. But essentially, I made sure that I used the Refresh shampoo to cleanse my scalp. I made sure that I deep conditioned with the deep hydration mask. And then I made sure I applied the leave-in butter and the oil to my hair before I went and got my braids. So my hair was super clean and super hydrated and at its tip-top best shape before we got the style. So let's see what happened. All right, so I'm about to take these out, but before I do, let's do a quick initial assessment of what my scalp looks like. I think my scalp actually looks pretty clear. I have not washed my hair at all with these braids in. Like no flakes, no buildup. I do have little white dots all over my hair though. That is literally just the hair root of the shed hair that has detached from my scalp. That's completely normal. But aside from that, there's no buildup or anything on my scalp. Now, I do have a scalp routine that I always do when I have braids in. It's something I do every 2 to 3 weeks just to kind of maintain the health of my scalp. And I do have a video on that, so I'll link that above if you want to check it out. But it looks like our scalp is in pretty good shape, but we're going to do a deeper assessment once I take the braids out. I am back and all of my hair is taken out. The fact that my hair still feels super soft, it does not feel dry at all after almost 9 weeks is insane. And again, in that braid prep routine I posted, you know, one of the key things I said was before I get braids or any style, I go in with the leave-in butter to hydrate my hair. And I go in with the essential hair oil to seal. And that helps to lock hydration in my hair, making the hydration way more long-lasting. And again, my scalp looks really good. I do have some product buildup up here just from like doing my edges. But as you can see, scalp is very clean. It's very crisp. There's no buildup, no flakes, no nothing. And that makes me happy because that means that this wash day is going to be a lot easier. Now, real quick, if you are considering getting miracle knots, which is what I had, just keep in mind, I do think that miracle knots are way harder to take down than getting boho braids simply because that added hair just makes it a lot easier to unravel, especially if you have smaller braids. And also, hear me out, okay? If you're going to do the miracle knots yourself or going to somebody, make sure that when they crochet the hair in, they do not tie it or knot it. Pull it, so you pull the hair through the braid and just leave it as that. Because my braider thankfully just braided the hair into my braids. She didn't even crochet anything, but I had a couple left over and I added them to the top using that crochet method where you tie it, and I definitely had to take my time and struggle a little bit to get it out without it knotting in my hair and pulling it out, even with how hydrated my hair is. So just keep that in mind. That is my recommendation for the Miracle Knot girlies. But anyways, now we're done. The next step, of course, is we need to go ahead and detangle this. So let me slip my hair into some sections. Okay, so you guys know my detangling routine. If you have watched this video that's popping up here anywhere, you'll know exactly my full breakdown of how I get all the tangles out of my hair. So today we're just going to focus on seeing how easy it is to detangle based on how well the products worked in my hair for the entire 9 weeks. Okay, so first we're going to spray some warm water. This is warm water on my hair. Now the reason we want this to be warm is so that the heat can help my hair absorb all the products I'm gonna put on it, because mind you, my hair is old and it's just been chilling. So the water kind of helps to reactivate it, in my opinion. So I'm gonna spray it, then work it in. And as I am working it in, you're gonna see me do this motion. This is because as my hair starts to get wet, shed hair is naturally gonna come out. I'm gonna save all this so we can see how much shed hair we have at the end. It's gonna be quite a bit because my hair is old, but it shouldn't be anything out of the ordinary. Now, let's add our slip, which is gonna be the deep hydration mask. If you know, you know. Y'all are so mad at me for months because this product went out of stock in February and it just came back into stock on July 1st. Now that it's back, hopefully we'll be able to keep it in stock. But I would just go ahead and grab it just in case, because you never know, this product is pretty popular. I'm going to apply this to my hair because this product can be used as a detangler and it also can be used as a mask. So right now we're going to use it as a detangler. Later on in the video we will use it as an actual mask and let it do like the deep conditioning. I'm almost out of this, so I'm going to use the rest of this, and I have another jar somewhere around here. My hair feels amazing, you guys. You wouldn't think that it would look this good or feel this good after almost 9 weeks, but it really does. And you can see my curls are starting to come back just with that water and just with that mask. As you guys know, if you know me, we're going to go in with our steamer. I got scared for a second. I thought it was broken. I was about to be in trouble. I've been implementing steaming into my detangling routine for about a year now. It's honestly changed the game. I'm just going to steam my hair until I start to see my hair like really revert. And that's how I know it's had enough. Because again, all the heat does is just help my hair to absorb those products. And as your hair absorbs products, you get more definition. This little attachment is going to be pulling product off of my hair. So I am going to go back in a little bit with a little bit more of that mask, just to make sure my hair is fully coated. And I'm just going to take my hair and just scoop it in here since it's almost gone. This will officially be my 3rd jar that I've used in the span of about 15 months. So if that gives you any idea of how long the products last. Now, because my hair is very old and has a ton of shed hair, we're going to start first just by gently finger detangling. Usually I go right in with the brush, but there's just too much shed hair. So I'm just going to take a couple seconds and just kind of pull apart my hair and pull out any of those hairs that are kind of right there at the bottom getting caught. See, look at how much I just pulled out. Again, this is not breakage, okay? This is shed hair. You shed 50 to 100 hairs a day. All of that is sitting in your braid. So whenever you take your braids out, you're pulling weeks worth of shed hair out of your hair at one time, okay? So don't be alarmed. Now that I can somewhat get my fingers through my hair without it being caught too much, I'm now going to go in with my unbrush, which is my favorite tool, and we're just going to start detangling. And whenever I take braids out or any protective style, I like to detangle outside of the shower because this would just be too much going on, especially with how much hair is coming out in the shower. So I like to do it this way. That's my preference. And look at that. Super easy. Going all the way through. My hair's gotten so much longer. That's crazy. And so you can just see from that section all this hair that came out. But that's 1/4 of the back of my head. Also, you have to think about the length of my hair, which makes the ball of hair bigger because it's longer. So it's actually not that much hair. Okay, so we're going to continue with the detangling, and then I'll come back when I'm done and we'll move on to the next part of my wash day. This is actually fun. I miss doing wash day vlogs. Alright guys, we're all done detangling my hair. It took about an hour, which is pretty expected. Now, let me show you guys how much that hair came out in total. Dun, 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 dun. I know, guys. This looks crazy. This is 100% normal. I know it looks scary, but I promise y'all, as you see me continue to do my wash day, you'll see my hair is just as thick, just as full, and just as long as it's always been. This is natural. This would have came out my hair regardless. The difference is I'm taking it out after 9 weeks versus taking half of this out at 4 weeks, the other half of the other 4 weeks, if that makes sense, okay? So don't freak out over this. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and jump into the shower, and we're going to do the cleansing part. We're not going to deep condition right now, but we will deep condition later on in the wash days. Never skip deep conditioning. We're just going to do like things a little bit differently because of the state that my hair is in. But so far, this is going pretty well. I don't think we're going to be here as long as I thought we would. Alright guys, we officially made it to the shower. It took me like 20 minutes to set this up because I haven't filmed a wash day in the shower in almost a year. But it definitely does bring back a sense of nostalgia. Alright, so first let's just go ahead and wet my hair in the twist. I'm going to do my wash day a little bit differently because my hair has been old for so long. So I'm really going to try to saturate my hair because it's been so long. And just rinse out all that conditioner. So now, before we actually shampoo, I want to go in and exfoliate my scalp. Even though my scalp held up really, really well during the style because I used my refresh shampoo and I didn't oil my scalp constantly and I did my scalp routine, I still want to make sure I get a really, really, really good like detox, I guess you could say, on my scalp. So we're going to go in with the micro exfoliating shampoo from Briogeo. This is actually a new jar. This is my second jar of this. I really, really like this shampoo. But I just want something that exfoliates. And I'm going to keep my hair in the twist while I do this step because I'm going to be really aggressive at getting my scalp. And I don't want my hair to tangle back up. I'm just going to take what's on here and just put it on my scalp. I don't like to waste anything. I'm just going to go section by section. So like this front part first. And I'm going to hold the twist tight while I do this to prevent it from tangling up at my roots and such. And I'm only focusing this on the roots because we are going to go in and actually shampoo after this. And that's when we'll clean our actual hair. This feels amazing, y'all. I don't even understand. I'm taking my time, too. Also, by doing this in the twist, it gives me more access to my scalp directly. So I know I'm hitting everything. And then we'll go in the back. I just kind of paint it over my scalp first. And then we're just going to massage it into that scalp. Now, let's go ahead and rinse it out. Again, just focusing on that scalp. We'll worry about the hair in the next step. Y'all, this is bringing back so much nostalgia. But I remember why I stopped doing wash days in the shower. So I have an office just to have like a more professional workspace for my business and kind of separate my work from home. Because I didn't really feel like I had an apartment a little bit. I have realized that I prefer working from home. I just know I need to be intentional about just getting a bigger space, which will come eventually. That is done. So now it's time for the actual shampoo. So I'm going to go ahead and take these twists out because I want to have access to all of my hair. When your hair is in twists, the inside of the twist you can't really touch. And my hair, again, has been not washed for a while. So I want to make sure everything, all the products, all the buildup, all the dirt is off of my hair. I'm going to remove the twist and then just kind of gently pull it apart with my fingers each section just to make sure nothing got caught up. And honestly, you guys, the detangling part was, I feel like, the longest and probably the most difficult part of the wash day, and it wasn't even bad at all. Alright, so now, of course, you guys already know we're going to cleanse. I'm going to be using the Refresh shampoo from my hair care line. Again, I used a shampoo before I got the braids, and I saw how good my scalp held up, so you know it's going to cleanse your hair. But it's a hybrid formula, so it's a clarifying and hydrating shampoo, so that's exactly what we need. And I'm going to do this all over my hair, get a really, really, really good cleanse. Same thing, so we're going to focus on my scalp, and then we'll work our way down to the actual hair strands. Really making sure I get my edges for real, because that's where like the edge control and stuff has been, and sometimes I'll be missing that part when I wash my hair. This also has peppermint and tea tree in it, so it does smell like mint, and it gives like a cooling, tingling sensation on the scalp. So the same thing, I'm holding my hair taut and working it in as I do this because I don't really want my hair to tangle back up. We work so hard to detangle it, so you want to be mindful of that. Now that it's fully on my hair, we're going to work it down my actual hair strands and really get in there. So I'm going to do a pulling motion like this, and then a this little motion to really work it in there so my hair absorbs it. And of course, because we're being a styling today, let's go ahead and do our infamous shampoo pull. That wasn't bad. That was cute. Alright, now we definitely have to rinse all this out. But yeah, my scalp has like that tingling sensation. I love that. That's why I formulated the shampoo like that. So I'm gonna really take my time rinsing all this out. I hope I don't get this. I'm trying to be mindful though, because like I said at the beginning of the video, I got my nose pierced literally like 4 or 5 days ago. So I'm trying to avoid getting any product like on this area of my face. I'm gonna clean it when I get out though. And you know what's crazy about this piercing? I've always kind of wanted a nose piercing, but I was scared because if you guys remember when I first got on social media, I had like a piercing up at the top of this ear, my helix, but it never healed. And so I was always nervous that my nose was going to do the same thing, even though my bar healed well. You know, this year I wanted to do something that felt kind of special since I wasn't going on a trip. I went on a trip on my birthday like the last 2 years. I randomly just got the itch to get my nose pierced maybe 2 days before my birthday, and I just did it. So now my hair is fully clean. As you can see, it still looks super shiny and hydrated despite being cleansed. So now what we are going to do is we are going to do a detangle number 2. So the sole purpose of this is simply to make sure all of the shed hair is out of my hair. I feel like with the first detangle, we got a good 85%. I want to get the rest out right now before I start styling, because that's just going to like cause so many problems and make it difficult. And also just to ensure that my hair is fully separated. There's no tangles, no knots, no anything. This one's going to be quicker. We're going to use the mask again, but this time we're going to let the mask sit. So we're actually going to deep condition after this detangle as well. All right, and once it's fully detangled, I'm going to go in with some oil, because y'all know I love to deep condition with oil, and add some of that to the section and work that in. So yeah, this will take me maybe like 15 minutes to do. Again, I just want to ensure that all that shed hair is out, and we're going to let this sit with some heat. Alright, then you know how we do. We're going to put all these twists in a bag. Then we're going to put my deep conditioning cap on. Alright, so before I forget, let me show you guys how much shed hair came out with this round. And as you can see, it's a lot smaller. So getting this out now is going to make my styling process so much easier. And I'm going to leave this on for about 30 to 60 minutes, probably around 60 minutes, and let it heat up. And then I'm going to rinse it out, and then we're going to come back and see the final results. Alrighty guys, so rinse out my deep conditioner. I left it on for like an hour while I ate lunch and did a little bit of work. So now we're going to take this out. Ooh, my hair feels absolutely amazing. Wow. Well, y'all can't see how soft it is, but it looks super shiny. We have our definition. It's fully detangled. You see how thick my hair still is. It's still long. That shed hair was just natural. That just came out. And this is what I'm talking about. So it's currently 5:21, which means that, and we started this at 12:45. Now if you subtract my hour lunch break and also about an hour for setting up equipment and stuff and moving it back and forth, this probably took me about 3 hours. I don't think it's bad at all, especially when your hair is in that state. And now I just have to get through the styling process, and I am trying a new style, so that will be in a different video, and then I will be good to go. And like I said at the beginning of the video, the last 2 months, including this wash day, was just an experiment to see how far I could push my products and see whether they really are long lasting, especially when it comes to tighter hair, and I definitely think they passed the test. So again, cleansing with that refresh shampoo and also my scalp routine, which you guys can check out, helped to ensure that my scalp stayed clean and fresh the entire 2 months. And of course, I did deep conditioning with this mask before I even got the braids, and that drastically helped with adding hydration to my hair, which reduced a ton of breakage. And then finally, before I got my braids, on my blow-dried hair, I applied that leave-in butter and the essential hair oil to my hair to hydrate it and lock that hydration in. But that's it. My hair is officially restored and back to its beautiful stature. Alright guys, that's it. That's all I have for you. So make sure if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, put your notifications on so you don't miss any uploads. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for daily content. And if you want to check out all of my products from my hair care line, please make sure to visit the website that is linked below here. And if you don't want to pay full price, make sure you subscribe to either our email list or our SMS list, which is available on our website, so you can get that 10% off discount. And I feel like if you're on the fence, this video hopefully has given you the encouragement to at least go ahead and check some of the products out. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!